Long, long ago, before the roads cut through the land and before iron birds filled the sky, there stood a forest so deep and ancient that even the elders spoke of it in whispers. This forest was called Ogboran, the forest where the spirits listen. At the heart of this forest lived one man. They called him Kolewo, the last priest of the forest. From father to son, from mother to daughter, the knowledge of the forest had always been passed down. The priest spoke to the trees, read the language of the wind, and poured libation to the ancestors. They were the bridge between the living, the dead, and the unborn. But times changed. People began to forget. They cut the sacred trees to build houses. They laughed at the old stories and said, "The spirits are only shadows." One by one, the priest died, until only Kolewo remained. Every morning before the sun woke the birds, Kolewo rang his bronze bell and said, "Forest, I am still here." And the forest answered. With rustling leaves. With moving shadows. With the deep breath of the earth. One night, the forest cried. The rivers dried in their beds. The animals fled. The moon hid her face. The ancestors came to Kolewo in a dream and spoke with one voice. If the last priest falls, the forest will die. If the forest dies, the people will follow. At dawn, strangers came with fire and metal, saying they would clear the forest for wealth. Kolewo stood before them, leaning on his staff carved with ancient symbols. They mocked him. But when the first tree fell, the earth shook. Roots rose like serpents. The wind screamed names long forgotten. The forest revealed its power, not in anger, but in warning. Fear filled the hearts of the strangers, and they ran. Kolewo planted his staff into the ground, and from it grew a great tree, stronger than any before. He sat beneath it, smiling, as his body slowly became earth. The people returned, wiser now. They found the great tree and heard a voice in the leaves. As long as you remember, I will remain. And so the elders say. Even today, when the forest grows silent, the last priest is still listening.